you won't be able to see your words turn into your blessings until you're first able to see the multitudes. Hi, I'm Josh C, and I am a personal praise coach. And as a praise coach, it is my desire to help you tap into your own inner godlike qualities, uniqueness, and strength, so you can learn how to discover and develop your personal areas of dominion and authority, so you can have better lived out experiences on this physical plane, which is what God wants for you, based on what Jesus said. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So today I'm going to be teaching from the book of Matthew, chapter 5, and it's going to be a single verse, verse 1. I also will be offering an esoteric explanation. And before we see Jesus giving a single word to the public that was represented, we see him taking a very specific set of actions. In verse 1, it says that Jesus, seeing the multitudes, got up into a mountain and there was seated. Now, if you've been following me for any time now, you know that the multitudes represent a collective of thoughts, a collection of thoughts. Here, the word is pluralized. So now we have groups of collective thoughts. And Jesus, seeing these groups of collective thoughts, separated himself and got up into a mountain, and there was seated. To reiterate, the mountain does not represent a physical location, nor does it represent a high stony place. Instead, it represents a way of thinking. The highest form of thinking, in fact, the highest form of thinking about one's self. And when Jesus got himself into this place where he was connected to the highest way of thinking about himself, he became seated in that. To be seated means to be situated in, to be fixed in, to be cemented in. And after he became fixed in that mindset, it says that his disciples came to him. Disciples simply mean learners or to learn. There's a glorious revelation that when we become fixed in our way of thinking about ourselves, thinking the highest way that we can possibly think, then the disciples will find us. The resources will find us. The people will find us. It's not something that we have to go searching for. It's something that we draw to us. Those who operate in a different part of the vineyard commonly call this the law of attraction. But after the disciples found, or came to Jesus, I should say, it says that then he opened his mouth. So the problem with this is that many of us are talking without being fixed in our mindset, so we get fragmented results. So I challenge you that if you are obtaining the kind of results that you don't want, then we have to do the example that the Christ laid out, and that is separate ourselves from the collective thoughts, both externally but first internally. We have taken on a bunch of information that doesn't necessarily benefit who we truly are. So we have to first learn to separate ourselves from those thoughts and sit with the highest version of who we are mentally. And once we find that place, we have to become seated or fixed in that place, and then learn what it is that we're supposed to learn. So this concludes the video for today. I hope that you got something from it. If you did, feel free to like it and subscribe by pressing that bell icon so that you'll receive notifications when I do post new videos. This is a year where I want this message of love and hope and joy and peace and self-discovery to be spread. So we can do that as a group by sharing this if you find that you know people who would also benefit from this kind of information. But until the next video, I want you all to learn how to vibrate on the highest plane possible, which is the Christ consciousness. Much love to you all.